among one people is an abomination with others. In your own words, state the meaning of this quote and what larger themes or human issues are present in this quote. Begin.
What do you feel about that, Emma?
I feel that human issues such as language alterations, and a form of government, and a government system, period, because before the English had entered Nigeria, the Igbo had no form of government at all, so they're new to a government that the English are bringing, and they're new to a new form of Christianity religion, such as, and churches being built, is what human issues are being presented in this quote.
Well, I believe they had a government, but I just don't think it was really necessarily as organized as English. They definitely had the Igwugu, which was, I guess in a way you could say council kind of kept them in line whenever things went wrong. What do you think about that, Carmen?
I think that the whites didn't understand the Igbo culture, so they try to change their ways. What do you think about that, Ethan?
Sorry, Miss P. I have a quote on page 196, and it says, "Some said their families were also hanged," so it's like the English or the missionaries were like coming in to just do their thing and like cleanse the land or whatever and like convert. But then to the Igbo, like people were dying and it was going like all downhill. What do you think about that, Ellis?
I have to agree with that. Because the Igbo, their form of government was like very barbaric. Like they were very like death was very common. Like when Okanko killed his stepson, it was like no big deal except to him. But in like English culture, like a death is like it's all over the news and everybody knows about it, and it's like a abomination.
But then I guess this raises a question: what's barbaric? What makes them barbaric?
Unnecessary death.
Okay, what do you think about that, Chris?
Well, I have to agree with before Ethan, because the English like forcing upon their religion, their culture, everything upon the Igbo. From a quote, page 179, "There are no other gods than Mr. Brown. Chukwu is the only God, and all others are false," because they think theirs is the only true religion.
I agree.
Well, I think you guys are answering the question what larger themes or human issues are present in this quote. So I'm going to state the meaning of the quote. Well, to me, it means that people may benefit off of something that other people suffer from, which is basically what's going on in the Igbo culture with the missionaries coming in and basically conquering the Igbo's land. Anybody have anything to say?
I think that relates to paragraph number 2, because the question was, were the missionaries justified in coming to Nigeria? But I understand what you're saying and I agree with you, but I think that relates to paragraph number 2. But I understand what you're saying in paragraph number 1, because like the second part of the book is talking about how the English are entering Nigeria, period. So it all ties together, what I think.
What about you, Tamara? What do you think about the government? If you consider the Igbo having a government?
I don't know.
Scott?
What was the question?
What do you think about the Igbo's government if you consider that a government?
I think, I agree with Ellis. I think it was kind of barbaric, like the unnecessary death. They didn't have to kill as much as they did. So I do think the whites trying to come in and change it is wrong.
I don't think the Igbo culture was barbaric. I just think it was like different into us, because like we're all civilized now. It's like,
You want to get killed by your dad?
well, it's like different. Because we're civilized now, it's like a really foreign thing, and it, like in the ancient like Mayans and stuff, they'd like kill people and like kick them down the stairs and all that gross kind of stuff. And that was like every day for them, so it's just like a different kind of culture.
Ethan, it wasn't that ancient, it was only about 200 years ago.
Oh, okay, thanks, dude. Well, that's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about ancient Mayans. That's pretty ancient, fool. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about the Igbo. It's the same relation.
I agree with Ethan, because what he's saying
Sorry.
is like, to the Igbo people, killing people wasn't an immoral thing. It was like
It's part of their
basically
religion.
how they lived what they abide by. You know, just like if they had, or let's say if the oracle said to kill somebody because they were evil, that's what they do because they that's I guess the way their the whole system was ran. Like they listen to people and stuff.
I agree. It's all about the opinion of religion on the people that.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
Wait,
what do you think about
Chris,
that?
you said that the English were forcing their religion on the Igbo, but do you recall reading in the book that if you don't come to our religion, we're gonna kill you? How are
No,
they
but
forcing?
people that did
Yeah, a
say
little bit.
no, and other people that when they tried to consult with them, they put in prison them and then beat them repeatedly. So that's kind of I think forcing.
Well, but the question at hand is about the government. So somehow we went off to killing people in religion. So Naheem, what do you Naheem, what do you think about the Igbo's government? Do you think they had a government? Do you
Man, they
consider
had
that
no government. They had, feel me? It was like, they had them, and then they had some people running them, the generals. And then the generals told they be like, go get on him.
I agree.
And when the generals tell them to go get on him, then they go get on him. Then the white people came like, what is this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't like all that. They thought it was an abomination, but it really wasn't though. That's just how they was living. You feel me? Go play some weed.
But that's still sort of a form of government because it may not be a democratic government.
I agree.
But it's not. I'm disagreeing with you. How are you? I mean, but they don't have a separation of powers like how we do in America. Like they have basically one form of power that tells people what to do, and they listen to them because that's I don't know. Their government kind of ties in with their religion. They have to do what their gods say, which is basically their king or whatever if they had a king.
It's all religion based.
Basically, yeah.
Actually, I have a quote on page 187, and it's kind of a long one, but basically to sum it up, one of the head church leaders of the white men is basically saying that the Igbo is uncivilized, barbaric, and this is a question out to everybody. Do you think that it's a matter of an opinion and how you were raised, or do you think that they're actually crazy, like these people?
It's like how you're raised mostly.
Yeah.
It's just like what you grow up around and what you see.
I agree. I believe that in the world there are many separate worlds of their own people, like English or the Igbo. That's their own world to themselves.
That's very true.
Yes.
Tamara, we still haven't really heard.
Yeah, we have heard from you, Tamara.
1 minute.
Well, to me, it's not about the government, it's about human issues, and I think the human issue is basically the white people. Even though they persuade the Igbo into letting them build a church and taking over, it's kind of basically the Igbo fault for having the white people change a lot of stuff. Because they thought they were going to die in the Igbo forest. They didn't die. So they made more
I
places.
lost you at Evil 4. I get the main point of saying.
How do you feel about that, Carly?
I don't think it's actually the white people, because maybe there could be maybe Asians that conquered. It doesn't mean it's always the white people.
Thank you.
In this issue, it is the white people.
Yes, I agree with Cameron.
I agree with all of you guys.
Well, I think that colonizing is very important to realize the fact that it happens everywhere, you know? And it's not just, Africa and white people. It's, my island, it was Samoan Germans, stuff like that. Spanish in the Philippines, Brazil and Portugal.
Good, okay.
I'm white, so I'm not tripping.